Now, this is the one that's a little bit tricky, folks. If you look at the wide receiver position, there's an opportunity that there's going to be 3 spots open this year, right? Worthy, Adonai Mitchell, and Jordan Whittington. There's potential all 3 of those guys are going to be gone. Okay. And if that happens, what happens to this Texas wide receiver room? This is where Texas can get very tricky about who are they going to take or possibly take some people in the wide receiver room from the portal. Jonte Cook is going to step in and play the X role. He's that kind of athlete. He's outstanding, 5-star guy coming out of DeSoto, Texas, man. He oozes talent, man. You got DeAndre Moore as well, a stocky guy. He's a guy that can be a plug and play for that Jordan Whittington role. But who do you have come in to play that Adonai Mitchell role, that boundary wide receiver, right? That is the question there. Does Ryan Wingo come in and do great things here at Texas? Yes, he could, but he's a freshman. And one thing that Texas wants to get out of the habit of doing is relying on true freshmen to come in here and save the team. We've done it in the past, whether it be quarterback, whether it be running back, whether it be wide receiver. And we've always asked these true freshmen to come in here and save the team. That is something that Texas does not need to do. We don't need to do that, folks. There's no reason for us to have a true freshman come in here and try to be the person who needs to put this team on their back and do great things. We have the great ability to be a team that is 11-1 now, playing for the Big 12 championship this Saturday. And for us to allow players to sit and mature and do great things prior to them getting into the games. Something Jonte Cook would have probably started for a lot of teams in the Big 12 this year. But guess what? He had a great history lesson this year. He got to be able to sit and let the game slow down for him. And I tell you what, it's going to pay dividends for him next year because I got a feeling he is going to ball out next year. So Jonte Cook, DeAndre Moore, Ryan Niblett. I would probably expect a guy like Isaiah Nayer to be gone next year. Maybe Casey Kane's gone next year. But getting guys like Freddie Du Bois Jr. coming in, getting guys like Ryan Wingo. Look, we have options. We have options that are going to come in here and do great things. But like I said before, that wide receiver is where I could see Texas going shopping when it comes to the portal. We need another boundary wide receiver to actually replace Adonai Mitchell. And just wide receiver depth there as well. And this is going to be opportunity. Wide receivers have seen what Adonai Mitchell has done this year in 1 year. Adonai Mitchell went from Georgia, and people are like, why the hell would you leave Georgia where you're going to be the guy? You and Lad McConkey are going to be the guys. And AD would have been the guy. Man, Adonai would have been the guy for the first 8 games because Lad didn't play. But this is a time for this guy got to come down to Texas, and now look at him. He is on draft boards. On some draft boards, he is ahead of Xavier Worthy. That should tell you just what the NFL thinks of the Sarkisian system and how these wide receivers are going to, insert themselves into NFL teams. You look at Waddle and what he's doing in the NFL. You look at Smith and what he's doing with the Eagles, man. But looking at how Steve Sarkisian is able to implement his wide receivers into his system is going to give those guys the greatest opportunity to get drafted quick. Get drafted after 1 year. And we're seeing that that's happening now with Adonai Mitchell. So if we can get somebody to, kind of take his spot, maybe another wide receiver as well, I can see Texas taking 2 wide receivers there. Now,